Namaste. Blessed rising. If you're rising, good evening. If your day is coming to an end, welcome to Love Wins. I've turned my camera around so I can work with the sun because the sun is really, really beautiful today. And it's one of those days that it's freezing. It was high 80s, 89, and then it rains. We had a full moon, and now the high is 60, 45 waking up. In 48 hours, complete flip-flop of weather. That is the world we are living in right now. And this is the safe space I have created to discuss all things spiritual warfare. Love this life. I just felt like running a train on y'all. I'm in good energy. I have tapped into my inner child and lots of healing is happening. But I have a few decks. I wanted to pull some cards. I have a few conversations. I wanted to get into conversations with kids and bring you guys some current energy. Check out the babies. I got all three of them hanging with me today. That is Onyx, Willow, and Prince. The sun is really bright. Let's see. Yeah. So let's burn. I hope you're having a blessed and beautiful reality. I want to do some Nag Champa, but first I feel a little sage to get the residual energy from this Aries full moon. This was a fiery full moon. Did you feel it? Are you feeling it? We're still in the 3 days before, 3 days after is full moon energy. We're still in that energy. I hear Abella coming. Dog followed her upstairs. So, this spiritual warfare, how it works, you have everybody is operating in their own frequency and their own vibration, experiencing their own reality. We all get our own frame of reality, and we can move up and down, in and out. It's our frame to work with, right? Well, I got a sister who stays in chaos, stays in a chaotic frame, and lives in victim mentality and doesn't understand why nobody wants to love her because she loves everybody. No, she loves everybody to be loved, but her actions of love are not that of love. They are do for me because I'm doing for you. See, this is me doing for you. Now you need to do for me. And if you don't do for me, you're a bad person. And I'm going to tell you how bad you are. You guys know those people? I got a few of those in my life. No accountability, no reflection, unconscious. Please forgive them, for they do not know what they do not know, because they really don't know. And if you try to tell them, cognitive dissonance kicks in and they defend their shitty life. Honestly, let's just be point blank bold. I'm sick of trying to save everybody and getting used and abused in the process. That's why we're done with this matrix. We're ascending, we're healing, we're creating our realities, we're connecting with Source, we're taking care of Gaia because she takes care of us. We are ascending, right? Christ consciousness. We understand that Christ is a consciousness, not a false God that they gave us. And it's in our heart. And when you live in Christ consciousness, there's harm to none. There's no competition. We're not competing against each other. We're raising ourselves up. We're raising each other up. We are ascending. Ascending. We're ascending. We are ascending. But this sister had some kind of chaos in her reality where she needed us to watch her dog. On the full moon, right? The dog doesn't get along with the dogs in the house. The dog needs to be constantly coddled. The cats don't like the dog. There's nothing wrong with the dog. It's just the dog, the energy doesn't flow, right? The dog is used to her energy, and the dog wants his mama. But she's asked my brother to watch the dog, and my brother's got his own stress working on not losing his shit, because he's in an aware state that he knows, if I get angry, I don't like who I become angry, so I'm gonna try not to be angry. But y'all keep adding it on my plate, right? I want to pause this and get this dog out of my room. Y'all keep adding on my plate, and he's already dealing with, he's got a baby coming. His girlfriend is pregnant. They were together for 3 weeks before becoming pregnant. Now they live together, and she does not like flies. We live on a farm. She's spraying chemicals for the flies all the time. My mom can't breathe. My mom's like, stop spraying the chemicals. My brother's like, close the doors and the flies won't come in. I'm like, we need fresh air in the house. Fix the screens you broke. How about the nephew who throws the dirty dishes full of food and barbecue sauce and gunk and grease and spills things on the counters and leaves it and doesn't clean it up? How about that? I think that's more of a fly problem. So yesterday he wants to clean the kitchen to find the smell. I keep telling them the smell is under the porch. There is something under the back porch, Dad, rotting, that needs to go. It's not in the house. It's under the porch. He wants to take the whole kitchen apart. Mind you, I clean the kitchen daily. And wants me to come downstairs to clean with him, and I say no. Because I'm already doing something. I'm in flow state, and I clean daily. So to stop what I'm doing to help you clean, because today's the day you decided to clean and you never clean, that would be, you're taking me out of my frame. I am now people pleasing. But when I ask you, hey, can you come help me move this? You say no. So you're allowed to know, I'm not allowed to know. So now you throw all my seeds away. Hemp hearts, chia seeds, flax seeds, like all of my seeds that I use on a daily basis, because health is wealth. And I've been fasting and purging and just flipping my diet around. I can't tell you when I actually ate meat. No, I did. My nephew made ribs one time and I did eat it. And then I felt bad about it. And then I talked myself through the whole process of, it's okay. It's okay to have it if you choose to have it. This is earth, but you know you don't want it, and you know why you don't want it. I don't want it because the meat is filled with parasites. The meat is filled with parasites, and the energy and the death in the meat, our bodies actually thrive in our highest vibration, nuts and seeds and of the earth. Fruit, natural and raw. That is where we are in our highest vibration. Not everybody's ready for that. Not everybody wants to accept that. Nope, not everybody wants to give up their life, right? Like I said, this life isn't for the faint of heart. True warriors will sacrifice all of the earth to live of God. And of God is just pure, a pure vessel. Awaken to the manipulation and just doing the right thing for the right reasons. Not too many are about that life, but we are about that life. Warriors. So, my brother's under pressure because him and his girlfriend are watching this dog that they don't want to watch, and she's nagging him. So he's looking for the smell because she's nagging about the smell and the flies, but she needs to be in the city. She's an apartment, concrete, plastic, like she is so far out of her comfort zone in this house. And I am the light that irritates all of her darkness. And I am the health that triggers all of her illnesses that have come from the lifestyle that she's accustomed to. And this is the American story. That's most people, right? But he throws away. I'm like, I'm digging them out the trash. This is not trash. This is my food. These are my seeds. This is my health. My health is my wealth. Just because it's weird to y'all, it's my sealed packages are not adding to flies. Fix the screens you broke. Wash the dishes that you make. Clean up the messes that are yours. Your dog needs a fence. There's trash all in the chicken coop. I'm cleaning up every day. That was an attack. That was an attack through an unconscious vessel. This is spiritual warfare. He threw my seeds away to knock me out of my happy day, my happy healing, my raising of my vibration, and my co-creating, right? But it didn't work. I went down there, I dug my stuff up. Don't throw my things away. Mom, this is what's going on. Not my problem, but tell your son I spend money on my food. Don't throw my food away. And even if it was bad, let's say they were bad, which they weren't. We have chickens in the backyard that will eat the nuts and the seeds. So why are you putting it in the trash? You are throwing money in the trash. Therefore, you are blocking the abundance that I'm manifesting. This is spiritual warfare. Don't put that shit in the trash. That's like my take on it, right? I'm like, everything is energy. And how you spend your time, your energy, your day, and awareness determines the fruits, the harvest. You reap what you sow. I'm manifesting, I'm co-creating. But you, in your frame, because we exist in the same space, we're in opposition. We're on different timelines. My happy day is your bad day. I can't change your bad day. I can just be me. But you're unconsciously coming at me. Do you see how this spiritual warfare works? But I stay above it. Stay aware of it. Observe, but don't absorb. And I need to close my door because the cat opened my door and Mickey Mouse Clubhouse is coming in my space. All right, I'm back. So I'm telling you this, the reason I'm telling you all this, it's not to complain about my reality, because not for nothing, I love my life. My life is dope. Like it is. I love my kids love me, we're healing, we're enjoying life, we're playing every day, we're laughing every day. And not for nothing, my mom is fighting for her life. Like, take away all of the gray, the black and white, and just get to the facts. My mom is fighting for her life. And whether she's been a good person or a bad person, however she's lived her life, her present moment, she has forgiven it all. She's actively healing. And she just wants to spend her last days enjoying her life. And the relationship she has with my children is something that is very, very beautiful. It is very sacred. And it's not going to last forever. So this present moment right now, this beautiful moment where my mom, her end of days can go for 20 more years. Healing is happening. Or something really, really, really shitty happening, like my brother losing his shit and getting in an argument with his girlfriend and her having a heart attack because she can't handle it, because she is weak. Her lungs are weak. Her heart is weak. Her bones are fragile. This is her karma from the way she's lived her life. People pleasing takes a toll on your body. Giving to others and not yourself, working really hard to do for others, takes a toll on your body. I've experienced what that does to your body. And I've also experienced calling your power back, saying no, and giving your energy to the healing, how strong your body becomes. My body is more fit now when I was working 7 days a week as a dancer, doing pole tricks all the time, and I was stacked. If you go back and you look, because I have Instagram from the beginning of Instagram. Now, I don't have pictures from my first go around in the industry when I was a 20-something, and you can eat Doritos and drink soda all day and eat fast food and still look good back in the day, because we were active kids. We didn't sit all day. We didn't have the phones and the video games and the mindless hours of brain rot that they have now. We weren't sick and dying because the agenda is killing you. And you're defending the agenda that's killing you, and you're still buying the fast food, and you're still eating the garbage, and you're still drinking the sodas, and you're still watching the shit, and you're still getting mad at people who are hiking waterfalls and enjoying their life. You scroll on Instagram and you curse them. But you could be them. You could be them. And it's people like me who tell you that. Like, you gotta have the eyes to see and the ears to hear. This is real talk, guys. This is what I came here to do. I speak the language so I can deliver the message. But why am I'm telling you all this because, like, this is it. This is spiritual warfare. This is our life, and if you want to live it better, you can. You can. 15:55 on my timer. I keep looking at myself because if you notice, I have been anti-makeup, right? I've been anti-makeup because the chemicals and the poisons, everything you put on your body, everything you put in your body absorbs, right? Even just fake eyelashes, the glue, it goes in your bloodstream. Everything is so poisonous. But I have some natural stuff, and I haven't been wearing it because I've been anti-makeup, and I've come to a place where I love my face, I love my body, I love me, flaws and all. And that's been a process. There was a decade of the journey to self-love. It wasn't just a blog, I was just telling my story. That was my testament. It was under attack because the people I loved, they were users and abusers, and I spoke my truth about that. I remember my son when he was, how old was he? It was either between 9 and 11. He said to me, what if you just don't write your book? Like, just don't write your book. Dad doesn't want you to write your book. Yeah, because I said in my blog that all of my years in the industry as a stripper, I had the most abusive person I ever encountered was my husband, the man I married. That is my truth. I was his slave. So to not be a slave and being gifted for my beauty, for my intelligence, for everything, like sometimes it was just my healing energy. And a lot of girls in the industry, they're healers, which is why a lot of users and abusers get in, and that's why addiction is like, they try to keep you addicted. The system gives you the streets to keep you in the streets, to condemn you to the streets. So you never rise, right? If we all just like said fuck the streets and walked into nature together, like Planet of the Apes, like we're the apes because that's the way they treat us, but like took our fucking power back, like we don't need them. We don't. We just need to come together. To that, viva la revolution. But yeah. If you don't know where to start, do a fast. Try to do 24 hours, and just start in the evening so you have all that night when you're sleeping, and then wake up in the morning and drink water instead. And if there's all different types of fasts, you could do a liquid fast, you could do a water fast, lemon water, just for one day. Just shut your system down, turn the parasites off, let some flushing happen, and have a clear thought. And in that clear thought, go from there. Take the next step. Take the next step. So, yeah, that happened with my seeds last night. Threw all my seeds away, and I didn't react. And that was designed. If y'all watch my channel and been watching my channel, my brother almost killed me when I first got here. Because this high vibration, he was angry because of my smile. The death threat was, she thinks life's a joke. No, you just don't understand. You haven't walked 1 mile in my shoes, and you don't understand all of the darkness that I went through, the lotus blooms from the mud. I made a choice to heal. I choose to love life. I choose to love life because I know that I am all that I am. And I can be, I'm hearing that Nas song, I can be anything I want to be. And that's true. It's so true. You can be anything you want to be. And those were the seeds I instilled in my children. And maybe they say I didn't educate them. I call bullshit. I didn't indoctrinate them. And indoctrination is hard. It's scary. It causes anxiety. Your anxiety is not from me. Your anxiety is because you're going against what your soul knows is true. That is anxiety. Anxiety is your soul telling you you're not on the right track. There's a better way. You know it. You came here for it, but you fight that. And you don't know you fight that because, like, I'm getting tongue-tied. The manipulation is deep. The manipulation is so flippin' deep. Even Mickey Mouse Clubhouse in there. The manipulation is deep. Would I love to just unplug my fucking kids, be outside the system and living now in sustainable ecological community where we all just freaking did what we do. Everybody, land, food, and skills. I do what I do. Like, I'm a natural mom. I take in all the kids. I always have. Even when I worked at the school, like, all the kids that were the ones that were bullied, the ones that were different, the ones that just didn't want to be plastic and fake, and they hung out in my classroom. Like, I am that mom. I raised all of these kids, so when they all turn against me, and that is the illusion to make me feel not worthy, to make me feel not good enough, because, like, if my own kids think that I'm doing it wrong, like, I must be doing it wrong. No, actually, I'm doing it right. I know I'm doing it right. I'm connected to God, and I'm doing God's work, and that's something to smile about, right? But they wanted me to get angry at my brother, to start a fight with my brother because he's already triggered, because he's watching a dog he doesn't want to watch, and he's looking for a smell he doesn't want to look for, and his girlfriend is so angry with the flies, but he can't afford in this current reality to just go get an apartment with her, so he is living at mom's house, because all he's known is to live at mom's house, because mom's taken care of him his whole life, and he hasn't had to have a responsibility until right now. And he's trying to just figure it all out. And he threw my fucking seeds away. And I was supposed to fight him. But I just stood in my truth, spoke my truth, put up my boundaries, came back upstairs, lit an incense, played with my kids, and had a good fucking evening. Right? And they still attack. Bella had a bad dream last night. She woke up in the middle of the night crying. She had a dream that she was on a boat with her fluffy cat. This is the fluffy cat, actually. The pillow she slept with. And, I fell out the boat and a sea monster ate me. And she woke up crying. And then I woke up randomly at 2:30 in the morning. When spirit wakes you up in the middle of the night, that is because there is projections coming at you, evil energy, dark energy, whatever you want to call it. Somebody is wishing you didn't exist, and thoughts are things, and that thought, whether they meant it or not, whether they were unconscious or not, maybe they were just in their feelings or not, somebody wished me dead last night because it woke me up in the middle of the night. And then there was a cat fight at 3 a.m. 3 cats, 3 a.m. cat fight. I took my hat off because I slept with my hair braided, because that is protection, boys and girls. Like, it braid your hair, okay? Put it up. Wrap it. Why do you think the ancestors wrap their hair? Okay? When you sleep. But I had this other one on, and I woke up and I went bop, bop, bop. So I bopped 3 cats at 3 a.m. Power of 3. Make them see, make them see. But, they were just being brats, you know, fighting over space. And, but that was spirit waking me up. Because in a dream state, you can be raped in your dream. That is real rape. the spiritual attack. You can be, whatever happens to you in the dream state, your soul is still experiencing. There is still an energetic, what's the word? It's an energetic wound, okay? So, yeah. So I woke up and I countered it with some Archangel Metatron spiritual protection. This has been prayed over. This is essential oils. My teacher, it's Shielding Light. My teacher, Amanda Ellis, who I got my certification to do what I do, which I am an energy worker. I am a healer. Like this, many lifetimes have been this, which is why, like, I do what I do. It's what I do. Whether I'm getting paid for it or not, God's got me, and I've been thriving, okay? Like what it looks like on paper, what story, what agenda you're trying to run, and what story you're telling people about me, that's a you problem. That's a projection. That's not my reality. Yeah, I'm here dealing with some shitty ass people, but I still, at the end of the day, choose to be here because I have other family members. I have friends. I'm choosing to be here right now because the relationship that my children and my mother have is so freaking beautiful, and it is only a present moment thing. These memories, for the rest of their life, in their hearts, they will know and feel grandma and remember grandma. I'm breaking generational cycles right there, because how many people like have a bad taste in their mouth about a grandma or a grandpa or something? Like, this is societal shit. We have shitty fucking people because we're breeding shitty fucking people, and I'm not afraid to say that. I've met a lot of shitty fucking people, and I've seen a lot of good, the duality of it all. So I've walked sides that other people who have only experienced shitty people don't believe they're good people. I fought that in my last relationship. He was so fucking extra with me because I was so fucking extra of a species he never encountered before. Is it right? Is it wrong? It had to happen. It was soul contract. Had to happen. Not for nothing. God does not make mistakes. Your soul came here, and it's all contractual. We have free will, but that free will is really, really, really just, are you walking with, are you healing or are you not? Are you cycling? Are you repeating? Are you ascending? And are you going to stay in this matrix and play by their rules? Or are you going to create your own rules and create your own reality and co-create? And by co-creating, you give all the bullshit to God and just march forward with your mission. For me, my mission is self-love was the mission. So I mastered self-love. I love myself. Now, be that energy of self-love to show other people it's possible, and create and protect my kids, because my kids are under attack. Not for nothing, that is a fact. My kids are under attack. If y'all heard the way the guardian, the woman who is here that I have paid my money to protect my child, to be unbiased, shamed me, discriminated me, ridiculed me, all off of a narrative, a very, very well put together agenda and narrative to make me be somebody I am not, for them to think that I don't have my child's safety and best interest at hand. Like, I'm here to protect his soul, and he wants me to. He chooses me. That triggers pride and ego and arrogance and control and manipulation, because now you don't have control of the narrative. So you have to use manipulation, But the masks will fall off because God has seen it all. This has been in spiritual court long before this was in physical court. God knows my heart. What's in your heart? What's in your dark little heart? The thing is, he fell in love with my shadow. And he thought I was going to be an easily manipulated, quick target. Coming to the realization of that, like how much manipulation, and I can't even blame myself because I'm not a victim, because my spidey senses were always tingling. I would even say it and call it out, and he would tell me I was ridiculous. And that furthered his agenda that I was crazy. And I was just doing my spiritual thing, just going deeper into my path. But because who backed him, the Christian church, because he has friends that are preachers and stuff like that, but they got shitty fucking lives, right? Make it make sense. Oh yeah, she's of the devil. That tarot stuff. Tarot's in the Bible. The Torah? The Torah is literally the tarot. Come on. Magic is literally you being in touch with nature. Nature is God. But they have to demonize God and give you a false God. Therefore, you are all worshiping an antichrist and demonizing God's children. And you can't face that, because then you have to atone for that. And you don't want to atone for that, so you would rather just defend the devil. Yeah, we're not about that life. So, I have a quick little story I want to share that happened last night when I was up here avoiding the chaos magic that was trying to spiral me into an argument with my brother. Wow, I said father. Must have been my father in another life. Anyways, arguing with my brother, who coincidentally shares a birthday with the last relationship I was in. Tell me that's not past life stuff. Tell me that's not soul contract stuff. Tell me that's not cycles. Coincidence? I think not. But, I'm uneducated, so I wouldn't know nothing about that, right? That's what the lawyer said. The father has an education. I am a product of self-education. It is finding the sparks and the interest in the things that your soul left here, the light codes left behind for you to resonate with and remember, because it is in the act of diving down the things you're interested in where your soul remembers all the things you've already learned, experienced, and loved. Okay? You're remembering you. And the light codes are in everything. That's why you resonate with the music and the movies and all of the things you resonate with. There's a code in all of it. There's a key in all of it. So I just gave you some really, really, really valuable gems. What you do with those keys, that's up to you. So Jacob and Bella. This is called the killed character. So Jacob has found this game, Melon Playground, that he loves. And I have to limit his playtime on it because you get points for killing characters and stuff. And it's pretty... Before I put my fingerprint to block him purchasing, he purchased a goat character. It looked like a demonic friggin' goat character. But I also understand the goat and the ram and the natural of it all and the duality of it all, and there is God in the dark and God in the light. Okay, but he's got this game and he built a character of Bella. Now Bella goes like the Energizer Bunny until her batteries run out, and when she's done, she's done. And she was done, and she wanted to go to bed, and she had just told me she was ready to get in bed, and she wants me to stop what I'm doing when she's ready to get in bed, because she wants me to hold her as she falls asleep, and then when she's asleep I can go back to what I'm doing. But this is how we do it. And Jacob just created a character of Bella and wanted her to go play with him. So he said, Bella, will you play with your character with me? And she said no. And she got into bed. She didn't even say it rude, but it offended Jacob, who was excited to play with his sister, who was just coming out of his me time. He goes into a me time, which is exactly why homeschooling is so appropriate for him, because he is special needs in a way. He is not for the box. He's not going to run on that system, and his father knows it, but he wants to break him and make him, because he thinks like that's the way. No, breaking a child isn't a way. He's special and he's unique, and he operates on his own cycle. And yeah, we take slow mornings, and I will fight to the death for my right for my child to slowly wake up at his will and have a happy day, as opposed to forcing him to do it. Because what, you have to do it? That's your choice. That's your choice. No one has to do it. So, she said no, and he killed her character. He said, Bella, I just died you, and ended her character. She got upset and wanted to talk about it. Mom, why did... plastic, Bella's plastic. Mom, why did Jacob kill my character? And I knew she needed an answer, and she wanted the truth, and she wasn't gonna let me just bypass it so she could go to bed. So I said, Bella, do you want to know the truth? I said, you hurt his feelings. Now, because you hurt his feelings, killing your character wasn't the best response. But from what Jacob experiences and what he's experienced, that was his way of dealing with his feelings being hurt. She said, but I didn't have to play with him. I was tired. I said, I know that. You are absolutely right. You do not have to play with anybody. Nobody has to do anything they don't want to do. And nobody should be responsible for someone else's feelings. Honestly, like legitimately. Now, we are programmed to believe all of that, and a lot of our wounds come from that belief right there. But nobody is responsible for someone else's anything at all. Even parents, it's your duty to guide them, to show them how to do things, but it's not your duty to do it for them. I had to learn that. I tied my other kids' shoes till they were 11. I enabled them and I coddled them. But I am learning in this time with these kids not to enable them, not to coddle them, but to hold them and love them. And yes, it is a mother's essence that makes them feel safe. It is natural. That love, that bond. But you also have to have that boundary to show them the way to do everything they need to do for themselves. Life skills. There are graduates, high school graduates with 0 life skills that are shitty fucking people, and they just don't know how to function. And then the agenda just medicates them and puts them in concrete and gives them plastic. And this is what we need to break away from. That is why the millennials and the generation under them, they're just spazzing out, right? They're spazzing the fuck out because their systems, the organic and the unorganic, it just can't coexist. And it's like, what side are you going to choose? What path are you going to take? You can't just linger in the gray area anymore. The energy on the planet is not in alignment with that. Ascension is happening. Gaia is ascending. Timelines are shifting. Heaven and hell is your creation. What do you choose? Are you healing or not? Because if you're not, get out the way. And if you don't get out the way, Mama Gaia and Most High is going to move you out the way. Because they're healing and you're in the way of their healing. And they're people, the children of the sun, Our sovereignty is our birthright, and you are after our freaking birthright. Our inheritance is to live free on the land, to have a life of love and joy and prosperity, and be abundant like all creatures on this planet. Animals, plant life, we are just here to live abundantly. That is our birthright. But because all of the manipulation and all of the karma, and we are clearing all of these karmas to get to our birthright, therefore, i.e., it's Earth School, because we have to clear the karmas. We have to say no. We have to fuck your fucking plastic and your concrete and your system and actually step into the narrow path. It was 44 when I said that. Go left, right? The middle way into nature. Connect with yourself, connect with your source, connect with your roots, connect with nature, connect with the sun. Turn off the noise of the world. If we all turned off the noise of the world and we left the world to fend for itself, it wouldn't have any energy to pull. It wouldn't have us. So it would have to just, Santa Muerte says go, you know? So Bella comes to me, back to the story, and I explained to her about that. And I said, the thing is, it's communication. Like, that's everybody's problem. It's miscommunication, and people are acting and reacting from trauma. His feelings were hurt because he felt like you didn't want to play with him. If he actually understood how tired you were, and he understood, because when he's tired, he doesn't want to do. And I'm saying this so Jacob can hear me, because he's getting the message, right? When he's tired, he doesn't want people to make him do things he doesn't want to do. Like when he's really sleepy and he doesn't want to get up and go anywhere and he just wants to sleep. You ever just want to sleep and someone's bothering you and making you wake up? It doesn't feel good, right? But when you wake up on your own, you're like ready to tackle the day. Like, what can I do today? What can I get done? You know, I've already gotten done at least 10 things on my to-do list, all before 9 o'clock. I woke up on my own, ready to go. So Bella goes over to Jacob. She says, Jacob, when you asked me to play with you, I didn't say no because I didn't want to play with you. I said no because I was tired. I was just tired and I wanted to go to bed. And he looked at her and his eyes lit up and he said, it's okay, Bella, don't worry. I will make you a new character. This one's going to be prettier. And Bella jumped up. I was sitting on the bed at this point and they were in the chair on the side of my bed. And Bella jumped up in my lap and she said, Mom, I fixed it. And her eyes were big and bright and blue. She said, I fixed it. I made the demon go away. I said, yeah, you did, baby. Yes, you did. The children need to be aware of the energy. It's not taught in the indoctrinated world. I'm not against schools. I think the schools can be better. The communities can be better. The people can be better. Follow the money. Follow the greed. I worked in the system. I was the yoga teacher in the charter school of the man who was taking me to court, where the principal was the biggest bully and it was all about the numbers. And I watched him sit in his boxers, scratching his ass, playing his PlayStation, calling me ridiculous when I said that I was a goddess. Don't be ridiculous. I watched him. I heard him on the phone talking about how we need more children because it's all about the numbers. Every child had a number and they needed more children. They needed the numbers to keep the school open. If the school wasn't corrupt, if it wasn't about the numbers, if it was truly about community, if you built it, they will come. If the vibration was actually of integrity, God would make it happen. You wouldn't need children for the numbers, because what you are teaching 44:44 on my timer, is not necessary. We're not slaves. We're not factory workers. We're creators. We're God's children, and this is our land. And we came here for the healing. We came here for the healing. And my children are not behind. My children are not behind. You're stuck in like the 14th century, you little witch hunter. You probably hung me in a lifetime, or burned me, or cut my head off. You shamed me for being a homemaker and a caretaker. How fucking dare you, actually? What's in your heart? What have they done to you? And I'm really, really sorry that you believe that to be true. And my children, I understand their anger. I understand how they feel. They don't understand. And I forgive them for what they don't know. I hold spaces in my heart for their souls. I pray for their souls. But whatever path they choose, they have free will. And if there is darkness in their heart, I cannot save them. I can only love them. Love them and give them to God. Because I do love them. Like forever. Forever and ever and ever and ever. Always and forever. On all timelines, realms, and dimensions. I love you. But if you don't choose me, there's nothing I can do about it. So I'm not going to... It's not going to lower my self-worth or make me step away from what I came here to do, and that's heal. And I have 2 babies in my life that do choose me and do love me, and we want to do life. We want to do life. We want to travel. We want to meet people. We want to heal people. I'm a healer. All the places I've been, I have come across people who I have impacted their life, and I have impacted it in a positive way that I've helped them come to the light of what they want to do with their life. I spark seeds. That is one of my gifts. So God has put me in places, and I served my mission, and I planted my light, my seeds, and I went where I need to go. And that's what's under attack. Yeah, I was gypsy. I'm a light worker. I'm a grid worker. I am a world schooler. I'm a world schooler. There is so much to learn. Why do you want to limit me and my children to a box, confine us to a closed-in concrete space to feed us false facts in shitty fucking frequencies? Wake up, people. Like, if you actually wake up. Or don't. Or don't. You know, the choice is yours. I'm going to end this message here, and I'm going to do a separate video for the cards because we're pushing 50 minutes now. Yeah, so I love you. Have a blessed and beautiful reality, and yeah, love wins.